Ladies and gentlemen across the galaxy, this is your Grand Admiral Arnold, director of the video gaming division here at the Galactic Empire, and today we have the very first Q&A dev pose of 2020, and it looks to be a wee bit more cheery than what we were kind of used to seeing in 2019. Mainly the main promise being that there's going to be a lot more content. They put a big emphasis on a lot more content in 2020 than 2019. We have confirmation of new characters that are coming. We have confirmation of new challenge tiers coming to the gear daily challenges we have in Galaxy Series. That is huge. They're updating us on the situation of Relic abilities, which seems to be postponed. We'll talk more about that here in a little bit, and some other things such as how to make the free-to-play experience better, how to make the game look prettier since it is of over a 4-year-old game now, going on 5 years in Galaxy Series. Holy cow, that is insane. So let's go ahead, get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. But real quick, before we do so, I gotta talk about a game that everyone has never ever heard of before for 10 seconds. I want to give a shout out to Raid Shadow Legends, our sponsor for today's video. If you're looking for another popular RPG hero collector game, check this game out. One of the most popular mobile games with over 15 million downloads. Check the link down below. And if you're a new player, you'll get 50,000 silver and a free epic champion as part of the new player program. All right, enough goofing around, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go hop into it, and let's talk about the big news first and kind of work our way down. The biggest news that you guys want to know is that there is a new Poe coming to Galaxy Sphere. Is going to be called General Dameron Poe, or General Poe Dameron, to be a bit more precise, I suppose. Not a lot of details in regards to what his kit is going to be, how we're going to unlock it. Most likely, it's going to be a marquee character, and it's going to be pay to play for a little bit. And if I had to guess, it's going to be kind of needed for the upcoming Galactic Legends event, which we do have some more information about when we're supposed to find out the requirements for the Galactic Legends and what their kits are going to be all about. And I'm assuming both of these characters are most likely going to be needed for what I would suspect to be this raid right here. And since we're talking about raid right now, let's transition into the next point. And the biggest point that people want to know is what versions of this Galactic Legends raid and Galactic Legends Kylo are we going to be getting in Galaxy of Heroes? And it seems like whatever we see in these pictures is going to be the ones that we see. They said in the dev post here that the version of Kylo and Rey that we're going to get is not the version they ended up being in the end of Rise of Skywalker. So if I'm going to assume this is going to be Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, we're not going to get the Kylo Ren they said it happened at the very end of the movie, and this is going to be Rey, probably Jedi Rey or something like that. Most likely not going to be Rey Skywalker, since again they said it's not going to be the character that ended up at the very end, but who knows, they could throw on that Sky Guy name at the end of here. Let's wrap up our conversation on Galactic Legends before we go on to the other stuff in this video today. One thing that's important to know is that we are going to get some more information about how we're going to unlock these characters and probably the character requirements towards the end of the month. There's a possibility this event, that these Galactic Legends events are probably going to roll out in February if I had to guess. So we're not going to find anything in the next week here, but look towards the end of January, probably beginning of February if things get pushed back, to find more information about these characters. They claim that these are going to be powerful characters, so I'm kind of wondering how everything's going to work, because we're kind of moving away from single dominant metas, which I'm a big fan of. I was not a fan of Jedi Knight Revan meta and Darth Revan Darth Malak meta. I much prefer kind of what we have right now, where there's about 4 or 5 dominant teams. I'm hoping for a little bit more. The thing I do miss the most about Arena is that a bunch of random mishmash characters working together. They're moving away from that, but at least we're having multiple dominant teams as one, and they're going to offer new mechanics and other unique twists that we haven't quite seen yet with all the other characters in the game. My prediction is, and my hope is, that these characters are going to kind of sit well alongside things like General Skywalker, 501st, Darth Revan, Darth Malak. I mean, Darth Revan and Darth Malak, it's going on almost a year since Darth Revan came into the game, and he is still the most dominant team in Galaxy, and that's a good thing. We don't want characters and teams falling to the wayside after 1 or 2 months. We want them to still be relevant for quite a long time, especially for people who are not going to be in the first, second, third wave. They want to get these characters and still have them be very important. And Darth Revan, Darth Malak, and General Skywalker are prime examples, and Jedi Knight Revan are prime examples of characters that are powerful and still very relevant to the game. And I'm thinking Kylo Ren and Rey, they're probably going to sit in there somewhere, probably counter a lot of these teams we have, but they can also be beaten by Darth Revan, General Skywalker, maybe Jedi Knight Revan. We'll have to wait and see. So these aren't going to be chump change characters. That's the main point I think they're trying to drive at here. Now, we got some amazing news to talk about here. As we know right now, the challenges are kind of severely outdated in terms of the number of tiers that we have and what these tiers offer. Some of them are still very much so important, such as the gear challenge right here, the STR, the strength gear challenge. Carbontes, always gonna need heck, I had 1,000 hoarded up the other day, and because I've been trying to upgrade some lower level characters, I'm back at 20. These are still gonna be very important, but things like the Mace Windu challenge, not offering Mark 5 stun guns, very outdated. It's unfortunate we don't have that, and maybe a little bit of update to this, maybe guaranteed Omega drop rates. They are going to be adding new tiers to those daily challenges, but before they start doing tiers to the daily challenge, what they're going to be doing is adding new tiers to the assault battles. Relic abilities, something I get asked quite a lot. We were told about relic abilities coming to the game, I believe, in September, when relics were first rolled out. Even their trailer showcased that once you hit Relic 7, you would unlock a relic ability, which is supposed to be TBD sometime later. We got an update on the situation of new relic abilities. When will it be available? And basically right now they said that they're currently putting relics on the back burner. And what they're going to do is that they're going to begin to do their more tactical planning for the next year or so. There are some other opportunities they're thinking about pursuing first. And then when they pick them up again and start working on them, they're going to let us know. So it looks like relic abilities, if I had to guess, probably not going to be something that's going to happen within the next 3 months, maybe not even the next 6 months. It seems to be something that they decided to push further down the road. And I think this is a great thing. I mean, of course, it's going to be kind of exciting to see new relic abilities come into the game, because when characters get new abilities, much like so, when Zeta abilities were added to Galaxy Spheres, the meta and the diversity changed a lot in Galaxy Heroes. Weird characters that were never used became super relevant. And the reason why this is great is because relics are super pay to play to get the Relic 7. Not very free to play to get the Relic 7. Free to play to get the Relic 5. But as we saw in the trailer, assuming all stays constant, you need Relic 7 to get all the way to those new relic abilities. But just in general, I think for the health of the game, it's great to let people spend as much time as needed to try to get these relics free to play, because the focus down on just 1, 2, 3, 4 Relic 7s, it takes a very, very, very long time. Just 2 Relic 7s could be a lot for a person that's not going to spend any money. Now, I'm kind of happy to see this here. It's great to see the developers in the studio recognize this. We complained a lot that 2019 was probably not the best year in terms of new content for Galaxy. It was very slow. We're still kind of in that slump right now, but they are promising that even though they did not produce a lot of content in 2019, and they think they did not do well in regards to new content, this will change in 2020. Flat out promise. I would hope so here. Their focus is on shepherding the delivery of an endless well of fresh content through a system by which it is easier for us to make and deliver content. Kind of hard for us to understand. It's a very abstract thing. I'm not exactly sure what they're pertaining to. I don't use tools to create content in this game. I just make it more entertaining for the audience. They want this content feature to be big, beautiful, and exciting. Stay tuned. In addition to the features, we have an ocean of characters and ships planned. I am super excited for 2020's characters and ship content, and I think you will be as well. That's another thing. Besides actual game modes to play, the amount of characters that were rolled out was at a very, very low of all time, around 10 or so, and that's quite low. There's some months where we way back in the past, where in 1 month alone you'd get 5 new characters. There's a pro and con. The good thing is that the least amount of characters coming to the game, the easier it is for people to catch up on gearing older characters and not getting too far behind. The bad thing is the game isn't really moving at a good pace. It feels slow. There's not a lot to do, not a lot of chase after. And you know, it's exciting seeing new characters come to Star Wars, because there are so many characters in the Star Wars universe that could be added to Galaxy Heroes, and this year we barely chipped the amount of characters that we could be adding. So pros and cons to character inflow being low. One piece of content they're working on, which stems from a question regarding would they add a blitz mode, and for people who have not played games like Marvel Strike Force, it's kind of a tournament system where you take advantage of your whole entire roster, do a lot of battles, and the more battles you do, that you're successful, the more points you garnered, the better rewards you get, basically. And it's a game that you can spend a lot of time in, and they're kind of looking into ways to add something of that sort here. But basically they just said here, kind of in a vague way, they're working on new systems which would culminate in multiple new game modes. The key goals of that initiative is including giving players something challenging to do every day in Galaxy Heroes, and that's the one thing we do not have in Galaxy Heroes. Yes, there's a pro and con. Again, there's pros and cons to everything. Having a game that you can play every day is great for people that want to play this game. Almost every single game that I play, whether mobile game, PC game, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, there are games that you can do something every single day, and some people like those games where you can just time seek. And just briefly, we always come back to the story of Galactic War. I've worked with some videos with other content creators recently, and one of the things we want to see is that Galactic War wakes up to be something a bit more usable. This is a game mode in which you can possibly have more time to spend in Galaxy Heroes. There's still in that planning stage, it seems like. So something that's probably not going to happen for the next 3-6 months at least. We're going to sprint through the last few parts of this video. There's some cool stuff here, but we don't need to talk as in depth about it. This question always comes up. This game is approaching 5 years. It is definitely getting to the older side of mobile gaming, and it doesn't look as pretty as a lot of other games out there. And one thing they would like to improve this year is that they're trying to maybe find ways to enhance the visuals in the game. But they're thinking instead of remaking a ton of assets from scratch, a lot can be gained from higher quality lighting. And we're looking into Unity. I'm not too familiar with Unity. I know what it is, but I don't know what it's capable of. Hopefully in 2020. One thing I want to put out there is that unlocking frame rates is the easiest way to get the best graphical output. Right now, the only way people can do that is by using BlueStacks on a PC, which I've shown you guys in a video way back when. But another thing I want to put out there, EA, they have an Origin store that they use all their EA games on. I know you guys never heard of Raid Shadow Legends. This is not a sponsor segment of this video right here, but I do play Raid Shadow Legends. That's why I promote it to you guys. And one of the great things they do have is that they actually have a PC version of the application, not an emulator for BlueStacks, a PC version of it, and it looks so beautiful. Unlimited frame rates, you can really juice up the graphics, and the game looks so much different. And this kind of eliminates the worry about people with iOS or Android device that might be a bit old and not be able to handle those type of outputs. But for people who want to chase after better graphics, having maybe a Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes app in the Origin store might be an easy way to satisfy that, since a lot of other mobile games are kind of leading the charge in graphics and finding alternative ways to play both on mobile and PC without the use of third-party emulators. Question came up about how our free-to-play player is going to have an improved experience this year. Very vague answer. They claim the Journey Guide was the first. They haven't put in their best content in front for all players regardless of spend level. They kind of gave a generic answer saying they want to create a fun experience that's meaningful for all players. I'm hoping they can make legacy characters easier to get. One thing to point out, Marvel Strike Force. I play a lot of mobile games out there. Marvel Strike Force, they give tons of free shards of characters that are kind of legacy based and kind of needed for some of the legendary characters out there. That'd be a great thing they could do for characters, for players that are playing free to play in Galaxy of Heroes. They didn't really go into detail here, but I just want to kind of just hope that they're going to do something more for free to play players, because the Journey Guide was great. The Hyperdrive bundle was pretty solid, but you know, there's got to be more than just buying a bundle to improve the experience for players in the game. There's got to be some other things in addition to that. And to wrap up this video, we're going to talk about something that was pretty controversial. There was no end of the year / Christmas gifts being given away, and this was kind of a hot topic, and they kind of responded to it saying that the reason why they didn't do it is because traditionally Christmas is not observed in Galaxy of Heroes, because Christmas is not celebrated in the Star Wars universe. I'll let you guys take it as it is. For me personally, I don't think there's anything wrong with at least bundling it as an end of the year celebration, because one, they're concerned that not everyone else celebrates Christmas. Star Wars spans a lot of different personal, religious, and political beliefs out there. I don't know if this is more because they didn't want to offend people, or maybe they just didn't want to give out free stuff. This is their take. I kind of understand it, but at least they could have done an end of the year celebration. I know Marvel, Yu-Gi-Oh, Dragon Champions, Raid Shadow Legends, they all had Christmas / end of the year celebrations. They're able to add holiday packs to be purchased in Galaxy Heroes. I'm not going to quite buy this whole thing. If that was the case, they wouldn't be adding packs that say, hey, holiday special bundles that really were not good value whatsoever. So I'm not going to completely let this Christmas giveaway thing slide. I'll let the Christmas part slide, but end of year / holiday celebration, I think they could have done something that would benefit everyone in Galaxy of Heroes. And that's gonna wrap it up today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm kind of looking forward to what 2020 is gonna bring. I'm just happy that at least they're coming out and saying 2019 was not a good year for producing new content. That's great to hear from them. They're saying 2020 is gonna be a completely different story. A lot of new characters, a lot of new ships, and new content coming to Galaxy. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys going to bite it? Ladies and gentlemen, like if you did enjoy the video, comment down below on all your thoughts, and be sure to subscribe so you're not missing a thing. And I'll see all you lovely people in the next video. Peace out, everyone.